A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News here on Channel 1 MTV. I'm Ramesh Shivagal Bandal. As always, we start off the bulletin with a look at your headlines. President Mahinda Rajapaksa awarded an honorary doctorate. First elephant census in nearly 20 years currently underway. And British Prime Minister David Cameron says a fight back is underway after England suffered a fortnight of violence. On to the stories in detail now. President Mahinda Rajapaksa was awarded an honorary doctorate by the Foreign Studies University in Beijing, China this morning. Director General of the President's Media Unit, Bandul Jayasekara, stated that the Sri Lanka Studies Centre, which was constructed at the university, was declared open by the President today. President Rajapaksa is due to meet Chinese President Hu Jintao and Prime Minister Wen Jiabao during his 4-day visit to China, which began on the 9th. Minister of Irrigation and Water Resources Management, Nimal Siripala de Silva, says that there are salary anomalies among engineers. He expressed this view at a function held in Colombo yesterday.
The function was held to distribute mobile service trucks for the dam conservation project. The trucks were distributed for the conservation activities of reservoirs which come under the purview of the Electricity Board, Mahaweli Development Authority and the Irrigation Department. Speaking at the occasion, Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva stated that steps have been taken to reconstruct the dams of 80 reservoirs around the country.
අද මේ රටේ ඉංජිනේරුවරුන්ගේ පඩි අතර විශාල විෂමතාවයක් තියෙනවා. ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් එක ගත්තොත් ඉතාම ඉහළ පඩියක් ගෙවනවා.
There are anomalies in the salaries of engineers in the country. When you consider the Electricity Board and the Road Development Authority, high salaries are paid. I have directed the attention of the Treasury towards this. Steps need to be taken in this regard if we are to retain engineers in the Irrigation Department and Mahaweli Authority. In places like the Electricity Board, they can launch trade union action and gain their rights because they can put the whole country in the dark.
මොකද ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් එක වගේ තැන්වල ඒ අයට පුළුවන් වෘත්තීය සමිති ක්‍රියාමාර්ග තුලින් Tamanට ඕනෑ අයිතිවාසිකම් දැඩි ලෙස දිනා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද විදුලි බලය නැති වුණොත් මුළු රටම අඳුරේ.
The Mahaweli Authority says that steps have been taken to demolish all constructions that are within 100 meters of reservoirs in the Mahaweli scheme. Speaking in News First, the Director General of the authority, DMC Disanayaka, pointed out that it is illegal to construct any building within 100 meters of Mahaweli reservoirs. Accordingly, a period of 30 days will be granted to those who constructed buildings within 100 meters from the Mahaweli reservoirs to remove them. Disanayaka noted that buildings that exist after this date will be demolished on a court order. The Director General of the Mahaweli Authority added that around 500 such buildings have been constructed around the Victoria Reservoir. Well, the first elephant census after 1993 is currently underway. It is being carried out by the Department of Wildlife.
One of the primary reasons for carrying out this census is to find a solution to the intensifying human-elephant conflict. According to the Wildlife Department, one of the main reasons for this situation is the dwindling forest cover and the shrinking area of national parks. The census will focus on the demographics of the elephant population and their present habitats. The census will seek to find out the actual elephant population at national parks such as Minneria, Yala, Udawalawa and in other areas that is roughly estimated at around 6,000. The Wildlife Department said that the census is being carried out under different categorizations such as baby elephants, female elephants, old elephants, etc. Our staff reporter Manjula Premaratne says the necessary arrangements are being made to carry out the survey at the Minneria National Park and the required personnel and equipment are being mobilized at present.
Western Province Minister of Environment Uday Gammampilla says that an environmental issue has arisen due to water in the Kalani River mixing with seawater. He made this statement at a media briefing held today.
The media briefing was organized to create awareness on the Kalani Nadi Yatra expedition. The 13-day expedition will commence on the 17th of this month from the same Viharya in Sripada and will make its way to Wattala. The expedition, which aims to create awareness on global warming and climate as well as train environmental youth leaders, will conclude on the 29th in Kalaniya. The Kalani River is one of the main rivers in the Western Province. It is facing a great threat today. Due to global warming, the sea level has increased. Due to sand mining, the depth of our rivers have also increased. As a result of these two factors, seawater is seeping into our rivers. There are two currents flowing in the Kalni River. One takes fresh water into the sea and the other brings seawater upstream. As a result of this, many areas have become unsuitable for cultivation and water in many wells has become unsuitable for drinking.
The Excise Department says that 32 persons have been taken into custody during raids carried out in and around the Kandy city in line with the ongoing Asala festival. Excise Superintendent Prabhat Javikrama, speaking News First, said that special teams have been deployed to conduct raids in the area.
We have taken steps to close all the liquor outlets in the area. Teams have been deployed under the supervision of the Assistant Commissioner of the Central Provincial Council to supervise these activities. 32 persons have been taken into custody in connection with drug-related activities in 32 raids carried out in the area. The aim of the Excise Department is to continue these activities and ensure a sober society during the Perahera season. We also urge the public to keep away from such activities and to inform the Assistant Commissioner of the Central Provincial Council about anyone selling liquor during the Perahera season.
A woman has been killed after being attacked by a swarm of bees in the Bambaragahawatte area in Naula. According to the police, the victim's husband, who was also attacked, is currently receiving treatment at the Mathale Hospital. The body of the victim is currently lying at the Mathale Hospital and police investigations have commenced into the death. According to our correspondent in the area, the victim was attacked by the swarm of bees last evening when she had gone out to collect firewood. The third Randoli Perahera of the Temple of the Tooth Relic is due to take to the streets tonight. The second Randoli Perahera paraded the streets last evening at an auspicious time.
The second Randoli Perahera paraded the streets at the auspicious time of 7:50 p.m. facing the south. The Perahera wound its way along Dalada Street, DS Senanayaka Street, Templars Road, Colombo Street and Queens Road. Large crowds of local and foreign devotees gathered yesterday as well as to witness the Kandian, Low Country and Sabaragamuwa dance styles which added colour to the annual spectacle. Tuskers Viveldani Raja carried the tooth relic while Indi Raja and Kataragama Vasana were among the tuskers that took part in the Perahera. The final Randoli Perahera of the Temple of the Tooth Relic is scheduled to take place on the 13th.
Moving on to some sports news now. Three-time World Cup winners Germany turned on the style to defeat five-time world champions Brazil 3-2 in Stuttgart yesterday. Germany were aiming for their first win in 18 years over Brazil when they hosted them in Stuttgart in an international friendly last night. It was former Bayern Munich player Lucio who gifted the home side their first opportunity from a reckless challenge from Tonio Kroos in the area, which left the referee pointing to the spot. Germany went on to take a 1-0 lead through a spot kick. The score seemed to boost Germany's confidence and they doubled their lead just 6 minutes later. Despite recent inconsistent form, Brazil are rarely a team that can be discounted and they hit back with 19 minutes of the match remaining. Philipp Lahm lost control of the ball inside his own area and caught Dani Alves with a lunge, causing Brazil to be awarded a penalty. Robinho duly stroked the ball home to take the score to 2-1 and give his side some hope of staging a remarkable recovery, but a third German goal 10 minutes from time effectively sealed the win. Despite the 3-1 scoreline, there was still time for Neymar to show why he is attracting interest from many European top clubs. With the match in stoppage time, he shifted the ball onto his right foot to beat Neuer inside the near post with a shot from 20 yards to take the score to 3-2. But it was a case of too little too late for the visitors. The result gave Germany plenty of confidence and their first win over Brazil since 1993. And in some tennis news, Roger Federer went through to the third round of the Rogers Cup in Montreal, beating Canadian Vasek Popsil 7-5, 6-3. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga also advanced to the third round yesterday. Roger Federer took on Canada's second highest ranked player, Vasek Popsil, in Montreal on Wednesday. Federer turned 30 years on Monday, but he showed no signs that age is catching up with him when he battled to a 7-5 win in the opening set. Federer clinched the second set 6-3 when his serve was returned to the net by Popsil, and the Swiss marched on to the third round. France's Jo-Wilfried Tsonga hit 15 aces as he powered past Australian Brandon Tomic. Tsonga won the first set 6-3. The second set was a tighter affair and went on to a tiebreak, but Tsonga upped a gear and won it easily 7-1. Tomic double faulted to hand the match to the number 13 seed 6-3, 7-6. Well, with that, we wrap up this edition of Lunchtime News. As always, many thanks for joining us. I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara. Take care.